Be me, Brit Bong. Walking out with my friend around town, a reasonably nice, predominantly white middle-class town in Essie, England. See bunch of white youths, 7 of them, about 14 to 15 years old, average, at a bus stop throwing stones at passing cars. We have to walk through them to get to where we are going. Walking through, they go quiet and stare at us. Pass through. One throws a stone at us that misses my mate. Mate opens his mouth. For fuck's sake, mate. Gif. Kids start getting leery. You want a mate? You wanna fight, bruv? I'll shank you in it. They start reaching into their tracky bottoms pretending that they're going to pull knives out. Think I'm about to get stabbed. Was just a bluff, they had no knives. Kids go for us. One tries to punch me but I grab his arms. See one of the kids punching my mate in the face in the corner of my eye. This pisses me off. Big time. Chimp out mode, activated. Drop the kid who was grappling me, then rugby tackle the scrot who punched my mate into a parked car. If it wasn't there we would have ended up in the road. Kid gets up, tries to punch, misses. I charge him again, full force this time. Kid finally realizes the gloves are off and that I am going to hurt him, so he runs off. All his pikey mates do the same. Lady who owns shop that this all happened outside of rushes over, asks if we're okay, calls the police for us. Police arrive. They take a statement and say they'll do their best, but I know they'll do fuck all. Copper offers me a lift home. I take it. Probably my best self-defense story apart from a few times at school when I was jumped by random kids who I managed to fight off. Be me, 17-year-old white kid in Sweden. Go on a walk with fag friend to the lake. Some shitskin refugee future doctor is drunk at some picnic he's having with some fat Thai woman. He's very drunk and aggressive, shouting how he hates Sweden. Fag friend and I stay and check out the situation from the bridge across the river leading to the lake. Potential rocket scientist notices and starts shouting at us. Fag friend is an idiot and says he'll call the cops. Future Nobel Prize winner takes a bottle and rushes my fag friend and starts beating the shit out of him. I'm on the phone with emergency services and in shock for a few seconds before my senses kick in. Toss the old Nokia phone away and rush the refugee. Give him a headbutt and several punches so that his glasses fly into the river. He hits me a few times before I trip him and start choking him. He starts gasping for air and tries clawing my face, but I bite his fingers. All the while I'm screaming at him to calm down. Get him in a stable chokehold, but fag friend comes and drags me away while he's on the phone with the cops. Refugee bolts. Wait for the cops to show up and clear everything out with us. Shitskin is quickly arrested by another patrol. At the trial he claims he was a victim of a racist attack and that the cops were racist too. Refugee had more expensive clothes and phone than I did. He was from Morocco and the reason he was angry was because he was denied asylum and about to be deported. Piece of shit was sentenced to a year of prison for beating up my fag friend, hitting me a few times and resisting arrest. I'm definitely proud of whipping that MF since I was still a lanky teenager, but I did have a significant height advantage. I haven't been in any fights since, even though I hardly confront people these days. Be me, 16. On the way home from school with 2 buddies. Reach my street, we part ways. Mugger asks for cash. Scrawny lil fuck about my age, probably a dropout hustling for fix money. Shove him, beat him up, yelling abuse. He runs off crying. Reappears a few seconds later with his buddies. My buddies reappear a few seconds after that. Apparently they happened to look back and saw him accost me, and ran back. We stand there daring to man if they think they're hard enough. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, one of my buddies is the hugest jacked man around, still is. Whole gang declines to engage. Imping off the world.jpg. Wefwapif band if brothers.jpg. 20 years later I realize. We could have been shot or stabbed that day. All for lunch money. Don't fight unless it's really worth it. Be me about a year ago. Have a GF, for once. We're doing stuff. Hear someone pounding on my front door. Hear this weird, high-pitched, but obviously male voice. It's her ex. Get dressed as fast as I can. She freaks out. I go to the door. He's kicking it. He hyperextends his knee. Dude literally gimps himself because he can't kick a fucking door in. Unbeknownst to her, I have my .45 under my shirt. I open the door. Show him I have a gun. I push him off my porch. He rolls down the steps. He gets up and limps away. Had a close call a few years back when I started security. Be me, like 22. Start waggy security job. Park personal car at lot and watch it 12 hours overnight on weekends. About 3 a.m. I do a map around the building. Empty parking lot surrounded by desert and highway. Some fucking how I didn't notice a dude hoofing it across the lot towards me. Look over my shoulder and he's coming right up on me. Big black homeless dude with blankets wrapped around him. He's still a good distance away but closing fast. Not an armed guard, personal gun is in car. Didn't want to break out into run, just power walked back to car with dude on my heels. Get to car, unlock and reach in for my big ass GP100, only gun I owned at the time. Before I grab gun I look over shoulder again. Fucking jumps into the porta potty. Realize he was just booking to take a dump. God fucking damn it. Only the first of many strange incidents as a night guard. Have a couple half stories from this job. Most memorable ones are as follows. Be me. Working security at an ER. 6 feet 1 inch, MMA, in stab vest, black suit and a mask. Look spooky as fuck, but I can swap between scary and friendly by body language. Ambulance crew rolls in, and I overhear the support person, husband, is a hazard. Go out to meet them with nurses. EMTs are desperate to get out of truck. White obese woman is moaning and crying because she's badly constipated, and that shit basically feels like you're slowly exploding, so I sympathize. Handover is happening, beds are coordinated, info is shared. Meanwhile this maybe 40-year-old, 5 feet 9 inches black dude is swagger walking around the bay, in the way people do when they're stressed out but can't do anything so they're trying to look mean, you know it if you know it. Since I declared myself the de facto commissar of half the hospital, the cane kind, not the dick kind, I decide that all I can really do here is go over, chat to him, let him vent his obvious, to me, worries, and de-escalate a potential hazard while the nurses work on helping his wife. Man is predictably spoiling for an argument and a scrap, absolutely hostile, but I'm pretty good at verbal fencing, have Trinity College diploma LMAO. Don't give him an opening to get mad without changing his angle or attitude, which would force him to de-escalate, and get him to slowly open up about his concerns so we can discuss them. This fucking nurse practitioner, Nigel, man of strong opinions and stronger ego, decides then to drag me off and give me a lecture on how to do my job and not put myself in danger because I was 22 at the time, and consensus was I was the nice, helpful orderly who made beds, delivered patients, held the pee bottle for patients, and made coffee and toast for people, and was too innocent and gentle for the ways of the world. Fucker, I am the dangered and apostrophe till mounted homage ob apostrophe vest hoodied violence and me whole life. Gif. Nigel says something dismissive, to SP. SP deliberately mishears it as something offensive, something about being unhinged, and starts getting proper aggressive, shouting and insulting the staff. Nigel, short fat scraggly white male nurse he is, decides to meet this outburst with stepping forward, raising a finger, and going, "Now you see here, you don't speak to us like that." In a tone that went past authoritative, to "I am talking down to you because I think you are human trash." Holy fuck, this guy apostrophe's a fucking moron. JPEG. SP decides this is then caucus belly to get aggressive at the people standing around not treating his wife. I go to step in, 22, fighting fit, 6 feet 1 inch and very trained, to stop shit from happening. Nigel, 60, looks older, fat, 5 feet 8 inches, no training, steps in front of me to defend me because as I'm increasingly realizing, He's something of an emotionally jaded bastard with an ego about being one of the senior guys on staff. His wife, still in pain, is begging him not to make a scene from the ambulance gurney she's laying curled up on. Bully in front of him and shove him away. Fend off his attempts to grab me, while dealing with the SP. Be me 5 years ago. First night bouncing at local bar for beer money in college. First few hours are slow, but fun. Kids are dancing and playing pool, everyone is having a good night. I'm checking IDs at the door when DJ calls for bouncers on the dance floor. 2 drunk fucks are on the ground fighting. Get the first one up, and out no problem. Second one puts up more of a fight as we throw him out. Tries getting back in. Me and bouncer buddy say nah. Puts hands on bouncer buddy's neck. Promptly gets two pieces from us in front of his girlfriend. You guys didn't need to do that. We were leaving. She says. Tell them both to fuck off. Night goes by smoothly, and I get to take a red stripe home for my bravery. And that's the only real self-defense situation I've been in, and even then I had sobriety in numbers on my side. Here's my latest self-defense moment employing tactical footwork and my quirky and random nature. Be me. Walking my border collie in the dark. Random house's garage door opens. Out runs a shitbowl/boxer/something into teacup jaja. Nigger dog charges us snapping, barking, etc. Step in front of my dog and kick at the future veterinarian. My dickhead dog wraps me with a leash and pulls me over. Keep kicking at the future cosmonaut from the ground until it fucks off. Get off the ground. My dog and the mini-spick are standing together staring at me like I'm some sort of spastic. Fat white lady waddles over and asks if I'm okay. Why yeah. Be me. Was cop in large Midwestern city around 2013. Respond to DV call. Guy beat the shit out of his pregnant girlfriend. Neighbors called it in. She answers the door crying, bruised face and bloodied. White girl in her late teens, early 20s. Boyfriend left the house, is in the parking lot. Call ambulance for pregnant GF. Boyfriend is a black guy about 5 feet nothing and maybe 120 pounds. Tell him to stop, he doesn't. He starts to run. Other responding officers just arriving, I call it and they corner him with the squad car. Scene is trapped, suspect pulls pistol hidden in waistband. Mog dumped by 4 officers, myself included. Slept like a baby that night. Not a cop anymore, but it was fucking exciting. More action in a month than the years I spent in the military.